Okay, so I promised there'll be a second kinematics video, and it's taken a while, but here it is. Right, I'm just going to hide that for a second, and then we'll come back to the calculator in a minute. So, from our kinematic stuff, we know that S stands for distance, V stands for velocity, and A stands for acceleration. And we know that to get from distance to velocity, we differentiate, and to get velocity to acceleration, we differentiate. And we used those skills last time, and we understand that because the velocity is how steep the graph is of distance divided by time, and acceleration is how steep the graph is when you've got a velocity versus time. To go back from acceleration to velocity, or from velocity to speed, you've got to anti-differentiate, and that's fine. So that's what we're going to be looking at in this video. So you've been given that it starts off at 14 meters per second. It changes a speed that gets it up to 70 kilometers per hour, and it means accelerators, and acceleration is given to us by this formula. So that's fine. So if I've got the acceleration is that, then the velocity equals the integral of acceleration dt, which is the integral of t over 12 plus 0.25 dt, which is t squared over 24 plus, I'm going to turn that into a fraction, 1/4 t, plus my constant. But I know that at 0 time it's travelling at 14 meters per second, so when t equals 0, v equals 14, and at that point c must equal 14 because everything else in that equation is 0. Just to show you, 14 equals 0 squared over 24 plus 1/4 of 0 plus c, so c must be 14. So therefore I now know that velocity equals t squared over 24 plus t over 4 plus 14. Okay, now I want to find when velocity gets to 19.4. So I can make now v equal 19.4 and solve for t. So t squared over 24 plus t over 4 plus 14. Now I'm going to rearrange that and get 0 equals t squared over 24 plus t over 4 minus 5.4. At that point, out comes my trusty calculator, go to my equation, do polynomial. I've got 2 degrees, I'm going to move that over here so I can actually see. So I've got 1 over 24, 1/4, and minus 5.4. And I go solve, and that gives me that t equals 8.7728. Okay, now the minus value, that's ludicrous, it can't happen, so I can just ignore that. So it takes 8.77 seconds for it to reach the maximum speed. I have 1 minute left. That is not enough time to do the last part of this video, so I'm going to pause now, and then I'll come back to do the second half of this video in a minute.